Texas A&M professor of chemistry Dr. Wenxia Liu has led a team of graduate student researchers to develop MPI-8, a medication which they believe could treat patients suffering from the novel coronavirus.
There was a time a pandemic just started in Wuhan, China. The reason we jumped on this research because I have a relative in Wuhan. So they asked me about the possible medication.
Liu says he and fellow researchers have spent over a year and a half in laboratories working to prepare an ideal molecular medication that could combat the effects of COVID-19 once the virus has entered a body by stopping the replication of virus cells.
The small molecule medicine will be far cheaper than vaccine. For small molecule, like what we have been making, we can easily make a kilogram quantity.
While preventative medicine like vaccinations can't combat all new mutations of a disease, Liu says his team's medicine would be effective against numerous variants. So far, according to Texas A&M professor of medicine Dr. Jason McKnight, only the medication remdesivir has been FDA approved to treat COVID-19 patients.
That is only approved for use in the hospital setting. And so, the general public that gets a very mild case of COVID and doesn't end up hospitalized is never a candidate for that medication.
Dr. McKnight says medication such as MPI-8 could be important in keeping COVID-19 patients well enough to stay out of hospitals.
If this medication works, it'll be great, because if we can block the viral phase or blunt the response, then we can probably also blunt and or block the inflammatory phase, which is where people end up, hospitalized or dying from COVID.
The medication will move forward to be reviewed by the FDA for approval. According to Texas A&M, the university has already reached an agreement for property rights of the medication with California company Sorrento Therapeutics. Dr. Liu hopes the medication could be available to patients as early as next summer. Reporting in Brazos County, Rebecca Fiedler, KRHD News.
As of now, remdesivir is the only drug fully approved by the FDA to treat COVID-19. Olumiant, a drug originally intended for rheumatoid arthritis treatment, is approved under emergency use authorization to be used alongside remdesivir. Monoclonal antibodies and convalescent plasma are also treatments often recommended to treat COVID. And hospitals still struggling here in the Brazos Valley. Only 32 hospital beds available across the entire area, with no ICU beds available. Of the 435 occupied beds, 153 are occupied by COVID patients. That means just over 35% of beds occupied in the Brazos Valley are COVID patients. And here's a look at the number of COVID cases across the Brazos Valley. In Brazos County, over 26,000 total cases have been reported, over 1,100 currently active. In Robertson County, over 2,000 total cases with 151 active. In Grimes County, over 4,000 cases and 283 of which are active. And in Burleson County, over 2,300 total cases reported with 133 currently active.